I'm about to embark on a hill pyramid session. I'm going to run to a local hill, run up it for 3 minutes, jog down, go back up for 2, jog down, back up for 1, rest on the way down, and then 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's my hill pyramid session for the day. I'm going to try and work on a few more things while I'm at it though. As you can probably see, I'm wearing some kit, so I'm just making sure I'm getting used to that during my training. I've also got a nice easy 2.5 miles on the way to the hill along a nice flat canal. I'm going to try and work on my form during that time, make sure I've got a nice high cadence, and I'm going to try and make sure that nice high cadence, I carry it into the hill session. As you can see, I'm filming myself today. I've got a GoPro in my kit as well. So as well as just making this video, I'm also going to take the opportunity to just check on my form whilst I'm running, and I'd really recommend that to anyone. You might not know that you're a heel striker, but you'll soon see it if you watch yourself on video, especially slow-mo. Anyway, here goes nothing. Off on the run. Okay, so I'm on my outward leg at the moment, running to the hill. Trying to do a bit of a steady tempo run on the way. And as I said, that was difficult when I'm doing it to camera. I'm trying to work on my form on the way. So starting from the top, I'm imagining that my head has got an air balloon tied to it. Sounds ridiculous, I know, but everything else follows from that. Pull my head up and out, and I'm looking at where I'm going. I'm not bent down, hunched over, looking at my feet and the floor. I'm looking ahead, and the rest of the form should flow from that. Moving to the middle, chest out. Should be aiming for a slight bow to the chest, and that really comes again on the middle from the hips. If you're running well, and you'll forgive the shortness of breath, I'm at 7:05 pace here per mile. If you're running well, you should really be running from the hips, running from the core, pushing forward from your hips and core, and having that head up and forward, having your chest out. That will all really enable opening up your body and allowing you to drive from the core. You're not driving from your legs necessarily, but that brings me on to the legs. Quick intake of breath. So I'm aiming for a cadence of about 180 today. Most people, really, if you're running well, if you've got decent form, you should be aiming for between 175 and 185 steps per minute. A good running watch will tell you. I sometimes run with a metronome, mainly to help me get the feel of what 180 steps per minute feels like. For shorter events, I might aim for 184 or 182. For longer, I might look more at 175. The cycling those legs fast under your body is another key part of that efficient running form. And you may ask, our form, it's all about speed, isn't it? Well, you know, why do I need speed doing an ultra? You don't. But you will go a lot further on a lot less energy if you run efficiently. So it's all about efficiency, running efficiency. Okay, finally, just avoid the dog. Finally, you also want to be thinking about foot placement. So think of the ball of your foot, your heel, and the outside left of your foot, or outside right, near your little toe, as a tripod. And try and place that tripod on the floor directly below your hips. So you're not necessarily heel striking, that decelerates you. You're not necessarily running on your toes. We're looking to go a long way here. Whew. So, you know, we're not necessarily on our toes, but we're making the most use of the natural stability the foot gives us on. And that's my final point before I finally run out of breath. What is often difficult terrain. You'll see I'm running on a trail. Try and do as much training on a trail as you possibly can. And I'm going to leave it there. Getting to the start of the set now. Okay, so here I am. I'm at the start of where I'm going to do my hill reps. Things to think about. I've chosen a nice long hill. I've looked it up on Strava. I've run it as a segment before. I've never run it quicker than 4 minutes. So I know I've got plenty of hill to play with in terms of a 3-minute rep. I'm not going to get to the top and run out a hill. It's also on a trail. You can see it there disappearing off into the distance. So, you know, you might not have a hill on a trail near you, but if you do, you know, obviously most ultras are on trails, so have a think about that. And it will only serve you well to increase your stability going over rough ground, increase your strength dealing with rough ground, increase your strength going uphill over rough ground. It sometimes gets quite boggy here, so that's again just an added bonus. A lot of ultras across country, you're not going to be dry necessarily, unless it's a road ultra obviously. So just that little bit of extra challenge, building into my legs, but also importantly for that mental side, building your confidence that you can deal with that kind of terrain on the day. Okay, I'm on the way home now. I'm still trying to keep the cadence nice and high, even though I'm not pushing the pace, I'm just cooling down. But if you want your form to be good, you need to work on it when you're resting as well as when you're pushing. So other things to bear in mind: I'm going to get some protein on board as soon as I get home. That was a hard session, so I want to make sure I get some protein on board within half an hour of finishing, just to make sure that I get as much benefit from it as I possibly can. In terms of how the session went, well, I lost my form a few times on those hills, head dropping, not pushing from the hips, hunching over slightly. I was tired and it was hard. So remember that. That's why it's really important to work on your form all the time. As soon as your ultra gets challenging, your form will start going out the window. You'll default to poor form as you get tired. Mind the van. And things will get exponentially harder because you're no longer running efficiently. There are things that can help maintaining your form even when the going gets tough. Think of a little mnemonic that helps you, or a little reminder. For me, it's air balloon. As soon as I think air balloon, my head goes from dropping to up. I remember, and all the rest of my form anyway flows from there. So you'll find your own but whatever it is, make sure you've got it at the forefront of your mind. And when things are getting tough, think air balloon, and straight away you'll be that little bit more efficient again. Right, so hard work out that one. Pyramid Hills is done. See you for the next one.